Hey guys, oh my goodness, trailblazing the new earth. We're doing this together. The new earth is something different from each of us. It's a vibrational dimensional reality for ourselves, and it is also a timeline that we get to choose. So hang with me here. I'm going to teach you how to trailblaze the new earth. I've got some stories for you. I've got some techniques for you. So hold on and make sure you hang with me to the end of the video. My name is Rebecca Abraxas. Thanks for being here. We're remembering our greatness together. So what is the new earth? Well, when you look at all the philosophies of the new earth, it talks about basically a timeline. It talks about a timeline where we get to shift our vibrational focus and be closer to something what people are calling the fifth dimension. Now, in some realities and some channels, they say the fifth dimension is only possible without a physical body. I feel like my perspective is that we have a rainbow of vibration and we're living multidimensionally, and that where we are in our human consciousness is that it is possible to focus on a certain frequency and sustain that a little longer. So I really feel like we can live more of the time in a fifth dimensional vibration if we're willing to do the work to sustain it and live in it. And that's what trailblazing the new earth means to me. What does it mean to you? Let me know in the comments. I know there's so many wise people and knowing people that are in this niche on YouTube. So let me know what you know. I'd love to hear it in the comments. So trailblazing the new earth, I want to tell you a story, and then I want to give you some techniques. So this morning I was walking my dog, Max. My dog, Max, is right there. He's very, very cute. Can you see him? All right, so Max and I were walking, and the frost was on the ground, and it was sparkling, and I saw all the lights in it. And seeing those sparkles totally lit me up and totally got my imagination flowing. And I started to feel like those particles of light I was seeing in the frost. And from there, I just started to feel myself as light, and I started to expand that out. It felt so good. So I kept going, and I just saw rays of lights going through every pore and space of my body. And then I imagined my chakras going from round to a band, a rectangular band, and they all lined up and created this rainbow band of light, creating this central channel that my whole body was this central channel. And I felt so good. I felt like I was floating. Max was having a good time, pooping and sniffing, and I was in this new earth kind of five-dimensional realm through my imagination. And it was really cool. It was awesome. It felt good. I'm still feeling it now. So one of the techniques I want to tell you about is use your imagination. Let something from nature or let something from your aha moment in your meditation spark your imagination, because what you think is. So what you play with in your imagination becomes your reality. And this is how we are going to trailblaze this new earth. Again, the new earth is a timeline shift, which is basically a shift in vibration. Everything is a vibration. This is how I see it. Everything. And so when we are willing to play in the vibrational field and intentionally choose for a higher vibration, then we are choosing a different timeline, and we are raising in our dimensional realities, which is the new earth and 5D. So a thing that's happening a lot, maybe you know some things about this, let me know in the comments if you do, is sun flares. Like a lot of solar storms are happening, and they seem to be kind of throwing off like high frequency energy, which brings the Schumann resonance way up and starts to kind of disturb human beings, especially sensitive ones and people on the awakening journey. And when I say disturb, I mean like you might have anxiety. You might not be able to sleep. You might need like 12 hours of sleep. You may feel dehydrated. You may feel just ungrounded. You might get a headache. You may get like high pitch ringing in your ears. It's all like ascension symptoms, because basically high frequencies coming and your body's trying to work with it and adjust to it. So how do we go walk through that? Is ground yourself. I have some real good ideas about grounding that I'm going to give you in a moment. Um, Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Take a salt bath. Get sleep. If you can't sleep, then take naps. Eat cleaner foods. Get out into nature. Play with your imagination, right? So this is how you can work and integrate these higher frequencies. And honestly, guys, to trailblaze the new earth, we have to practice being with these higher frequency energies and letting your body adapt to them. This denser body has to learn how to be lighter. Okay, our DNA is shifting, our DNA is activating so that we can start holding these higher frequencies. Your chakra system is evolving and it's starting to expand so it can hold higher frequencies and not densify the high frequencies. So if you haven't looked at that yet, evolving your chakra system, I have a playlist called, what is it? I forget what it's called, but it's the 7 chakras, expanding your chakras or something like that. It's a whole playlist. And I go through like seven, I think, 7 different sound healings that you can do to expand all the chakras to evolve them into this channel of light. So the thing is, guys, chakras originally were circles, vibrating, kind of turning circles, vortices of energy. And what they do is take high frequency energy into them and they densify them so you can have like this physical 3D experience. Well, now that we are playing with a new earth and higher frequencies, now the chakra system needs to evolve. So I'm wondering what your awareness is telling you about that. So tune into your chakras. Go to my chakra videos and see if that resonates with you. Because I see the chakras going from circles into kind of these bands of light, and they line up. And your shushumna, if you're know about yoga and that central channel called the shushumna, expands into this band of chakras that's as wide as your whole body. Your whole body becomes almost like a lightning pole for the planet, for this new earth. So that's how I'm seeing it. You know, we're all going to see it different ways and have our different awareness, but if this resonates with you, you might want to practice this. So I see the chakras as wide as my body, as bands of light. And so these sound healings in that playlist can help you play with that imagination. So guys, I did promise that I would give you some tools to how to navigate and trailblaze this new earth frequency. And one of the ways to do it is to ground. But originally we've been taught probably to ground into the earth, into the core of the earth. And my awareness is that as we raise in frequency, that we do not want to ground into the core of the earth, but ground more into our light bodies and chakra systems. So if if you were on TikTok, you can see the quick version of this on the video I just posted. But basically, you're going to go into your root chakra and you're going to imagine it becoming a band of light, and you're going to tone oh, 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 oh. And we're going to really ground into that root band of light and really work out any fear, right? Any fear, anxiety. We're just going to ground that out. In the new earth, fear is not a frequency that can live there. So we have to really work that out and ground into the root chakra. Really get that root chakra feeling good and safe and empowered. Okay, so then you can ground into the Omega Chakra. I've been taught that the Omega Chakra is about 18 inches below your feet, okay, but not into the earth, okay? So think of that as a band of light that you're standing on. Tune into what you think that band of light is. I'm seeing it as white today. So imagine you're standing on that band of white 18 inches below your feet, and you're gonna just let out the tone, yo, 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 oh, yo, yo, yo. And then if you like grounding into the earth, ground into Gaia. Gaia is, think about you being on a different timeline, right? Thinking about 3D to 4D to 5D, that's, your experience. Think of Earth as heading into 5D as Gaia. So that is her fifth dimensional name, perhaps. So I want you to ground into Gaia by tuning into the sound while you're imagining the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is the frequency around kind of the Earth's auric field, if you will. Okay, I want you to ground into Gaia's auric field, and I want you to tone So I've put this into a little practice today, and it was super helpful, and I hope it's helpful for you too. And it's just like this. And each time you're doing the tone, if you're toning O, you're tuning into that band of light in the root chakra, yo into that Omega Chakra, 18 inches below your feet in that white band, or into Gaia's auric field. So you can just put this all together into a really wonderful sound bath, sound therapy for yourself. Like, oh, oh, yo, 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 oh, oh, yo, 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 So just play with those tones. You can keep it monotone. You can kind of play with it, play with the melody a little bit. So I hope that helps. So grounding into these areas will be really helpful as we trailblaze the new earth. And give it a try. See if you can stop grounding into the core of the earth and ground this way, and see if you feel lighter yet more grounded. Because, sometimes we get so light and we feel like we're not in our bodies anymore. This new earth, trailblazing the new earth, we want to be in these bodies in very high frequencies and in a higher dimensional reality. Let me know if you have any questions. Is this making sense? And a lot of this stuff just comes from meditating a lot and just tuning into your awareness and knowing. So meditate every day. Meditate deeply. And then afterwards, get a pen and ask, what do I know about the new earth? And write that down. And don't question yourself. Don't question the stuff that's coming. Some of it sounds a little crazy, but sit with it. Sometimes it comes in symbols. Sometimes if it sounds very odd, just ask to elaborate. Ask for more information. Ask if this is a symbol, what does this mean for my life? Keep asking some different questions. Make a statement and see how it lands in your body and in your frequency. Does this sound true for me? These are all ways to work with your meditation practice and automatic writing and just the awareness that's coming to you. So this channel is all about remembering your greatness. And with what I mean about that is we're remembering who we really are. these infinite beings of source energy coming here to have an experience of some sort. Some of us came as volunteers, star-seeds, way showers. Some of us came here to really muck it up in the 3D. Some of us came here to really help evolve a new earth reality. Um, and all of it's fine. There's no hierarchy. There's just, we all are a path. I love how Bijar talks about this, is that we're not on a path. We are a path. Each one of us is a path, and we all have a different path. So what is your path? You know, for me, I feel like I'm a way shower. I'm a volunteer. I'm here sharing and sharing the light. And it's taken years for me to release fear and anxiety and really come into trusting what I feel really called to do in this experience of a body. And so I'm really grateful for the voice that I have, like the actual singing, toning voice that I have, because I feel like a lot of the contribution that I make to the planet right now is through that voice, through that singing voice. You'll see that a lot in my sound healing playlist. So if you're curious about sound healing, if you're curious about sound healing meditations, light language, go to my sound healing playlist. All right, beautiful beings. We're trailblazing this new earth together. And it is crazy times. Remember to use your imagination. Remember, what you imagine becomes, right? You get to choose the timeline you're on. You get to play and make a demand for what vibration you want to be playing with in this body. There is a rainbow of vibration in you, as you. Where do you want to focus? Okay. Now, perhaps we are not ultimate, all like fifth dimensional vibration, and perhaps that would take us out of these physical bodies, but we can play there and we can up the percentage and help our bodies acclimate to it and live in more of an ascended vibration in these physical bodies. I really feel like that's the timeline I'm on, to get this body to take on higher frequencies. So let me know if that's you too in the comments. All right, beautiful beings. I hope you have a beautiful day. Keep imagining, using sound to ground and raise your vibration. And let me know if you have any questions or could use any support. I do custom sound healing, and I do voice training, vocal awareness, and I could teach you how to be your own sound healer if that's a path for you. All those links are in my description. So namaste, beautiful one. Thanks for shining your light.